What's up guys, Trishonnastrends here. I am back with another YouTube video. Now today's video is how to market your brand. I do a lot of talking about, okay, let's start your brand, let's do this, let's do that. But I never actually say like ways to market your company or your brand. So that is what this is going to be about. Now this isn't ways to get like sales, you know, which I'll do another video on that. It kind of goes hand in hand. But this is specifically like how to market yourself or yourself as a brand. You know what I mean? Like a brand. There's a difference between a company and a brand. I mean, kind of, sort of, it's a thin line, but hey, let's talk about it and let's start the video. So this is going to be my motto for this video because this is the motto that my manager uses for me. It's kind of funny, it's kind of not, depending on who you are, but whore yourself out. You want to whore yourself out. Now what do I mean by that? This is just what my manager always does to me. Like, she jokingly says it, but not really. Whore yourself out means to put yourself or your brand in front of anybody that you can put yourself or your brand in front of. So it's literally like equivalent to just like, hey guys, I'm here, just getting in everybody's face. Hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. Hey, my brand is here. Hey, I'm here. Like, did you hear about this? Did you see? Like, people can say it's a great day outside. I'll say, yep, have you had Mixin's ice cream? Like, you gotta just throw yourself out there like a frisbee. Just throw you know what I mean? Like, throw yourself out there. Somebody's gonna catch on and they're gonna be like, oh, this is a dope brand. You know what I mean? Like, you have to whore yourself out. We don't know who you are if you don't tell us, okay? A closed mouth don't get fed. Whore yourself out. Repeat it with me. Whore yourself out. Okay, so with that mindset, as I go through these tips, hopefully that kind of like sets a light bulb up. Okay, so first thing you want to do, first or second, there's no particular order, but Google ads and Facebook ads. That's, you see all the gurus having ads all day long. You see all these people say, want to make money online? Well, you see these ads. Okay, so do that. Your budget doesn't have to be terribly big. I usually do like $5, $8, $10 ads. And I do no more than like $250, $350 a month, just depending on your budget. That's a great way to whore yourself out there or get your brand out there or get yourself out there as a brand as well. There's so many YouTube tutorials, so many things you can go to the library. That's not dead either, and learn on how to master ads. And again, if that's something you can't master, then you outsource and you delegate and you have someone do that for you, aka Fiverr or whatever else, a virtual assistant. But there's ways to get your ads going and popping. Social media, of course. When I first started Trishonnastrends and John Ravain Boutique, social media was not a thing like it is now. We were tweeting here and there, but Instagram was not even a thing. So I would say, of course, social media, but be really strategic on what you post. We don't care that you have 7 kids unless that's your brand. We don't care that it's your little brother's birthday unless that's your brand. So watch what you post. Like, I'm not posting my mom and my homies and my dog and all that stuff on my Instagram because you guys don't care. Like, we don't care. Great, you have a dog. Who cares? So be really strategic on what you post. If you're watching Sunday Night Football, we don't care. It just be strategic on who you are. Unless you're a sports company, or unless you blog about dogs, or unless you're a mom hustler, you know what I mean? Like, be strategic with what you post, but definitely take advantage of social media. Word of mouth is still not dead, especially if you have a brick and mortar, or even if you're just trying to get your word out, you know, the brand out there locally too. Word of mouth is always great. Or even if it's not word of mouth, people see something they like and they're like, oh, where'd you get this? Who taught you that? And people will say, oh, I watched Trishonna's video and this is what I learned. So word of mouth definitely is not dead. Again, whore yourself out. The more you talk to people, the more the word is liable to pass. So talk that talk and work that mouthpiece. Okay guys, newsletters. So this is something that I do. Is this something I'm consistent with? No, this is just being brutally honest with you guys, but it's not dead either. There's great ways to get your list going if you don't have people who sign up for your newsletters. There's so many ways to collect emails. Every now and then, if you see people like Black China or a few other people, they'll do advertisements and they'll say like, drop your email below to figure out how I lost 5 pounds. You'll see a whole bunch of people drop in their email, and I have been guilty of screenshotting about 25 pages of people's emails and adding them to my newsletter because it was about like something I was interested in at the time or that pertained to my company. And I was actually getting people from that list to open my emails, and even had a few conversions of people buying stuff. So there's ways around building a newsletters list. That's not probably the best way to go about it, but that's just something I've actually done, just so you guys know. But always try to get people's emails. A lot of times it's in their bios on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff too. So that's not dead. Just watch how you do it. Make sure you're collecting the right emails. People can always unsubscribe to their emails, but that's not completely dead either, and I feel like I'm talking so fast. Another thing that I actually do is I join Facebook groups. So a lot of times there's like people I follow on Instagram or YouTube, and I love what they talk about. I love their brand. I'm like, okay, how can I learn more? And a lot of times they have Facebook groups or even Instagram groups, and I will join those. I even start my own. I don't have a Facebook group, but I do have 2 private Instagram groups where I connect with people who want to grow their own brand. So just do things like that to get people talking. Even if they're not technically a customer yet, you want to get people on your team. You want to get people to like you, and you want to get people to believe in what you say. You know what I mean? So anything you can do, again, to whore yourself out. So hop in those Facebook groups, hop in those Instagram groups, comment oftenly, comment frequently. You want people to see the repetition of you. So people have to see you at least 7 to 100 times before they even remember who you are, before they even buy from you. So the more you can put yourself out there, the better. Okay, so join those groups. If you need help or even understanding what those groups are, Google it. Okay, YouTube it. There's all this information out here, guys, is free. Like I was saying, when I first started my Trishonnastrends brand and John Nervain boutique, social media was really not a thing. So another thing I would say is travel. Well, these 3 are pretty much hand in hand. Travel, collaborate, and go to events. So the old school strategy, you guys, how I used to have to get it out the mud was I had a team. I had a photographer, and my cousin will be my assistant, or my manager will be my manager and my assistant. And we would travel state to state, you guys. I was like 17, 18. I would travel state to state and find people who have a small following on like Facebook, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I have a clothing store that just launched. I would love to put you in some clothes. I can't afford to pay you, but I'll come to you. And I would go and I would find at least 6 or 7 people per state to work with, you guys, and I will put them in my clothes and have them posted on like Facebook and different like social media accounts that they had, like Twitter and that type of thing. So that's how I got it out the mud, and that's how I know the people I know now. And of course they kept growing and I kept growing, so I'm still in contact with these great people. But going to events, you guys, you're gonna meet so many people, so many like-minded people. Pass out business cards. Again, talk to them, follow them on social media, have them follow you, exchange, give them a free item. I just recently came back from Philly, and I went to an event, and a lady was giving out like exclusive eyeshadow palettes to people that really engaged with her, and I didn't even know she was doing that. I just naturally go up to people and, what do you do? Oh, okay, this is what I do. And she loved the fact that I was in her face talking, and she was like, oh, I'm secretly giving out makeup palettes to people that I'm really engaged with. And that's just naturally who I am. I went to this event, you guys. I sat down at this table, and everybody was just quiet and feeling each other out, and I broke the ice. I was like, hello guys, my name's Trishonna. What do you guys do? This is what I do. Like, I don't care. I'm talking. I'm running my mouth, and I could talk all day, as y'all can tell. So don't be afraid to talk, and like, you guys, people are going to respect you the more and more they find out who you are. That's just the world we live in. People don't respect you until they feel like you're somebody, but who cares? Just go out there, talk. I don't care if you have 2 followers, 17 followers, or 2,700 or beyond. Like, who cares? Just go out there and work your mouth and whore yourself out. Again, travel if you can travel. Go to events if you can go to events. Create an event. Even if 3 people show up, you know what I mean? That's the start, because pretty soon 300 people will be there. You just always have to be optimistic and just whore yourself out. Anything you can do that to get people to know who you are. I don't put your brand around your dog's neck. People love dogs. You know, just anything you can think of, go for it. The opportunities are endless, and you guys, let's get to going and growing our brands. So these are just a few tips and ways to market. Again, like I said, collaborations. I have some of the best friends I've ever met right now from collaborating and having people in my YouTube channel, or having people shout me out and I'm putting them in my channel. That is not dead. Collaboration beats competition any day. Why work against someone when you can join forces? So just kind of, those are just some of my tips. These are all things that I actually do. I wouldn't be lying to you. I'm not, no cap, I don't do that. I never use that word. That was the first time ever in life. probably the last. Anyway, but yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just something really quick for you guys to think about. If you have any questions, if you want me to go into depth about some of those things I said, please comment below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Trishonna. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.